music, man. You got the perfect instruments, the perfect keys and the perfect chords. As simple as it can get, but as intricate as you can go. Music is just amazing. I mean, you think about it, you got music in the intros of your favorite shows. Always put a catchy tune in your head and put you in a good mood in the day. Imagine you had a long day at school, you go home, and you boot up the game, and you hear your favorite soundtrack, and you're just the happiest as a kid can be. Hold up. What is that? You're actually telling me that they had this on the Grammys? That's like the largest music academy awards that there is. And the problem is, this isn't even just that. I mean, this is like popular right now in the industry for some reason. Everything is becoming demonic. Every artist is rocking an upside down cross, or like a pentagram even, or is doing demonic stuff. Like, I just don't get it. I don't know when it all started. And it's not that this is some brand new thing, but the problem is now it's like really, really popular. I mean, you got Unholy, 22 on the charts. Whole Lotta Red, 160 after 2 years is on the charts. I'm not trying to claim that I'm some like perfect person or nothing, but this just doesn't seem right. And I feel like I know when something's up. And I'll be honest, like, yes, I'm a God-fearing man. I'm a Christian. And if you watch my channel, you probably know that. But when I say I know that something's up, it was because this is just out of the ordinary. I mean, yeah, you had demonic artists and stuff like that before, but why is it so mainstream now? Like, you know what happened if this happened a long time ago? Like the Salem witch trials, where they literally killed people for claiming that they were demonic when there was like no evidence, and they literally just killed them out of fear. Like, they didn't even know if they were demonic or not. They just killed them. Now you have artists that are just outright demonic, and they're like the most popular people in the world. Like, I don't get it. And I'm not trying to conspiracy theorize or nothing, but why? Why is that right now? And one thing I think is worth noting is that the devil originally was an angel. If you don't know that, devil was originally an angel. He got jealous of God and all of God's power. And that's when God like sent him out of heaven and all that. But the devil, original name Lucifer, was the angel in music. And it makes perfect sense that if the devil wants evil to be in the world, he would put it through what he's best at, and that's music. And we've seen that before. You know, the world has seen that before. Think about like that 90s rock and all that. That whole era was very, different, we'll say. Put it at the most normal thing possible. It was very different. But now, like, even back then, it was sort of like a niche. Like, it was like just a certain group of people who was like listening to that and all that. Now, that's like the most mainstream stuff. Like, everybody in the industry is talking about these artists, just completely going over the fact that they're outright demonic and like outright Satanist almost. I mean, you think about the fact that all of these artists are just becoming demonic nowadays, and it's just going through over everybody's head. And I think it could be a reflection of the fact that now, if there's evil in someone, they kind of just embrace it. Whereas back then, when like Christianity and all that was, the main part of the majority of people's lives, if there was any evil, then the whole community wanted it out. Now, everybody doesn't really follow that same kind of belief system as they used to. I mean, there are still people who do, and I'm one of them. But it's just not that way. I mean, if there's evil, people kind of just accept it. And we have this whole acceptance culture nowadays where anything and everything is okay. So, we almost, if we speak against something that we see as wrong, then we're the ones getting in trouble rather than the people who are actually doing the evil. And it just doesn't make sense. And as like a Christian myself, I will say that, like, yes, it does suck. And it does hurt me that there's artists like this. It hurts me not on like a I'm mad at them level, but it hurts me on like a spiritual level where it's like, I wish it didn't have to be this way. I wish that evil didn't have to be in a world like this. I wish it didn't have to be so mainstream and influence so many people this way. Because what I found through Christianity is like literally a life-saving faith where I always have hope in the future. Literally, my favorite verse, Proverbs 23:18. It says, "Surely that there is a future, and your hope will not be cut off." That is literally what Christianity has been giving to me for about 2 years. Is when like I started becoming Christian. For like 2 years, bro. And it has there been times where it's been hard? Yes. But that's through anybody's life, you're going to have hard times. But the thing is, my faith gave me the resilience and the faith and the hope to get through it. And then I see people promoting the opposite of this in the music industry, and it just hurts because I know that other people aren't going to have the same faith and opportunity that I've gained through finding my faith in God and in Christianity. And the fact that people are being influenced the opposite way from this is just hurting, and it's giving my life so much more direction and discipline and literally only positive benefits. Like, I cannot think of a single negative thing that's come out of it. Literally only positive benefits I've got from this. And just what I'm trying to say here is that it sucks that other people aren't going to get it, and it sucks that people are being influenced in the opposite way. And the worst part of it is the fact, going back to the fact that these people are so mainstream. Like, these are the biggest people in the industry, and a lot of times people look up to artists. People will listen to and like literally worship and make these artists their idols. And I've literally seen it in some of my friends who listen to these artists, and that's like their whole personality now. Like, that is who they basically worship over everything. They embrace the whole culture, the whole demonic stuff and the Satanism, and it's like, you know, literally people I go to school with. I can literally think of people in my mind. It's just, the effects of this have been so bad. If you've seen it, if you've actually seen it and what it's done to people, the effects of this are really harmful and really bad. And I can't answer the question of why it's so mainstream now and why it's so popular, but I do think it's a reflection of the fact that evil is becoming more and more accepted in this world. And that's a huge problem. I mean, obviously, to put it in simple terms, like, why is evil being so accepted in this world? And like I said, I'm not trying to conspiracy theorize or nothing, but I really do feel like something is up. Because, like, ever since the last couple years, for some reason, all this demonic stuff is mainstream. I don't know if that's a result of Cardi's Whole Lotta Red, or if that's just, like, how the industry is shifting and people are realizing that in the labels and all that the demonic stuff is getting attention, and they're literally having the artists sell their souls just so that they can make more money. I don't know if this is all like an attention scheme or a money scheme. Even if it is, though, like, why would you pick something that's literally the opposite of good in order to make your money? I mean, that just kind of defines who you are as a person, that you'll just sell your soul and that the only thing that you care about is money. You know, you'll do anything for attention, you'll do anything for the fame, you'll do anything for the dough, but you won't promote any good in this world. It kind of just tells you not only about the artist and the person, but it kind of just tells you about the direction of this world. And I feel like there's some people who obviously do it for its fame, and some people do it because they're trying to embrace some sort of different culture and trying to promote that based on like their beliefs and just trying to push that on other people. And that kind of sounds political, and I didn't mean that in a political way. I meant that in a pure belief and belief system way, I guess. It's just, I don't understand why it's so mainstream and why the world is so accepting it. Like, when I make this video, when I title it, why is the music industry becoming so demonic? Like, I'm genuinely wondering, that is my question, like, why? And I'm trying to answer it best I can, is because evil is becoming more accepted in this world, and people are realizing that evil sells and evil makes money. But, like, you know, I am a musician, and I do study the industry, and I, you know, see what's going on and all that. And that's why it's so concerning to me, is because I'm seeing this industry shift in a lot of stuff recently, like, especially within the last 2 months and whatever. Like, everything is shifting towards what was once, like, you know, your go happy kind of cool music. and now everything's becoming demonic. Like I said before, something's up. So I know that was probably very unorganized, whatever, but if you guys have opinions about this, let me know in the comments. You guys can talk about it, but be nice to each other. Alright, I'm not trying to start no fights. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a blessed day, and peace out.